Hello to all my beautiful viewers out there. Today we're going to be talking about how a fan at a Travis Scott concert recently received, potentially, Travis Scott's new upcoming Air Force Ones. Yes, you heard it right, guys. So during Travis Scott's set at the Made in America festival, he gave a fan, more specifically Louis Delgado, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Sorry, Louis, if you watch this video and I absolutely butcher your name, I don't know how it's pronounced, but we'll just say Louis received a pair of Nike Air Forces from Travis Scott, which we haven't seen before. So potentially, this pair that he received could be the next collaboration between Nike and Cactus Jack. Now, cheeky old Travis giving out fans at his concerts pairs of shoes. It's not the first time he's done this, actually. We got the first good look at the Air Jordan 1 collaboration that he did ages ago, thanks to a fan who uploaded photos after he had received a pair for singing the Houstonfornification verse, or maybe it was the whole song. It might have been just the main verse from it, but he might have sung the whole song. I can't remember. Live on stage with Travis, and then Travis gave him a pair of the Air Jordan 1 collab that hadn't even come out yet. No one had seen like some very good images of it. This was like the first time we'd ever seen them, and he gave them to a fan. It was absolutely ridiculous. And you actually get to see, I don't know if that's the same one, it might have been a different time, but you get to see it in Travis Scott's documentary that's on Netflix, Look Mum, I Can Fly. You get to see him hand out a pair of the Air Jordan 1s, most likely before they were released, because he even says in the documentary something on the lines of like, hold on to these. I think he says these haven't come out yet. And the fan is literally like, you can see him. He's like holding onto it with all dear life. He's like, no one is going to take this from me. And I'd be the same. Hey, if I was at a Travis Scott concert and he gave me a pair of shoes, you'd be seeing me looking left and right like a meth addict being like, anyone touches me, you're getting dropped. Like, I would not let anyone take those shoes from me at all, man. But like, ooh, I'm very jealous that this fan managed to get a pair of the Air Forces. And in today's video, we're going to have a look at the images that the fan has uploaded of these Air Forces. So the fan, Luis Delgado, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Sorry if you're watching, Luis. I'm like probably totally butchering your name there. He has uploaded 2 photos on Twitter, which the media outlets went absolutely insane about, of the Air Forces that he received from Travis. And we're going to go over them. So the first image here showcases what they look like on the side. Now, as you can see straight away, both the left and right shoe are totally different from each other. They don't share the same colors, even the same materials in the same areas. They are like all over the place, man. They're totally crazy. So we'll dive into it. We'll have a look at what's going on. So it looks like I think it's the left shoe up top and the right shoe on the bottom, because the Air font or the Air text is usually facing outwards on a pair of Air Forces. So I think the bottom shoe is the right, the top is the left, judging by how it looks. Now, as you may or may not be able to notice, I've been able to do this from like zooming in and looking at the image and, you know, really analyzing it and stuff with a magnifying glass. But having a look at it, it looks like it's made up of 3 different materials. We've got suede, we've got corduroy, surprisingly, I didn't expect that, and leather. So we've got leather on the toe box, corduroy on the side of the toe box, mainly where the purple is on the shoe on top and the blue is down the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but that looks to be corduroy. And then we also have suede across the other sides of the materials as well. Crazy idea to have 3 different materials on the upper in 3 different sections, but hey, this is a Travis Scott collab, guys. Whenever he does his shoes, he always adds that little bit extra to it, if you know what I mean. Now, going into the actual colorway of the shoe, we've got a lot. These honestly look like these look like a pair of shoes that are mainly following after the What the series of shoes. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the What the Dunks and, you know, like the other shoes that they do with the What the colorways. Essentially what they do is they just grab all the colors, all different types of materials, and they just slap them on top of the shoe everywhere. And they usually sell for a lot. The What the series, they usually sell for a lot. So I bet your old mate here, he could sell these for a lot of money, because they're unreleased. They're the first time we've seen them. Lewis, if you're watching, maybe rake it in, man. If you're looking to buy something like a car or a house and you want a little bit of that down payment, You could sell these to someone who has a lot of money. I'm saying it right now. So, it looks like we've got some of the side panel on both of the Air Forces with the Cactus Jack logo in Russian. A lot of the times, you see it in the documentary, in the Travis Scott documentary. Travis Scott wears a cap that has Cactus Jack Records on it. It's written in Russian. I don't know the full story behind why it's written in Russian and why he does it, but regardless, it just shows you that this is going to be a Cactus Jack X Nike collaboration, because on these Air Forces, some of the side panels have the exact same font of Cactus Jack written on them. Now, because this is a Cactus Jack collab, because this is Travis Scott designing them, of course it's got to have a little bit extra. Now, it looks at the back there, we have what looks like just a little decal that's been added to the heel there. I would love to see a photo of like the back of the shoe, but unfortunately I only uploaded 2 images. We'll go over the second image soon, but just to talk about it, it looks like covering the laces, we've got an oversized tongue as like a lace shield. It looks like it zips up, but in order to go into it into more detail, we'll have a look at image number 2 and see what's going on. Now, in image 2, this is where we get the better look, and image 2 is usually skipped over in a lot of the Instagram posts showing all the unreleased Travis Scott Air Forces. They usually only show the side-on image, but I think this image here, the second image, is still worth talking about. I think we should still definitely discuss image 2. So image 2, we get to see a better look at the oversized tongue, which is being used as like a lace shield. So it looks like you can zip it up, but I don't know if you can take it off. Now, a lot of people are getting some mixed feelings about it. If it was to release to the public, they would be not a huge fan of it because of this like protective lace shield. Now, I'm a bit on that side. I don't think I would buy these because of how these look with this weird oversized tongue over the top of it. But in saying that, I'm kind of glad that Travis has put that on there as part of the shoe anyway. Mainly because whenever Travis Scott does a collaboration, he always does add that little bit extra to the shoe. Whether it's the Air Jordan 1, how you can pull back the heel and it reveals a secret little pocket, or the Travis Scott 6s that are going to come out soon that have that extra pouch on the side. Just having this oversized tongue really screams that this is a Travis Scott collaboration, because he's just added that little bit extra to it. Now, the actual tongue itself doesn't look too different from a normal Air Force One tongue, besides the fact that it looks like it's got a plaid kind of pattern on it, or yeah, I don't know what that is. It's, as I said, it's super hard to see because we've only got 2 images. Luis, if you're watching, please upload 30 images of just every single little aspect, please. I want to have a look at the shoe. I want to be able to dissect the shoe. I want better images, man. Okay, but in saying that, having a look at this, it's kind of crazy, honestly. Brown laces, we've got brown laces with it, and we've just got a huge oversized tongue to shield the laces. It's wacky, man. It's wacky. And we also get a better look at the toe box, and it just reconfirms what I was saying earlier, that it looks like it's made out of leather for the toe box. But yeah, no, this is super, super crazy. Honestly, this is I'm really happy that Luis got it and that we're able to see some really good images of it. But I thought I would just mention it because I have doubts that it's going to be released. A while ago, I think about a month or 2 ago, I was going to make a video about it, but I've been slightly iffy on making a video about it. But if you guys would like me to make a video about it, let me know in the comment section below. About a month ago, we got a unreleased sample of the Travis Scott Jordan 1s. And this pair looked like a pair of what the Jordan 1 Travis Scott collaboration. It had bits of color splashed here, there, all different colors all over it, but it did look very Travis Scott because it had lots of dark browns, I think maybe some greens, maybe some mustard yellows. I'm trying to remember the image off the top of my head, but it did have a lot of colors that made it look like a pair of the what the Dunks, right? And that was a sample that wasn't released to the public. Obviously, we just got a pair that was fully brown. Now, this kind of makes me feel that that's going to be the same route that these Air Forces take, right? These could be the samples that never get released. Which, I mean, Luis, that It just makes it more expensive if someone wants to buy them off you, man. But I have my doubts on these actually getting released in the way that they're done here. I reckon that they're just going to grab one color and wash that color over the whole silhouette, over the whole upper, everything like that. I don't think they're going to do the multiple colors here that Travis has gotten for his personal pair that he obviously gave to a fan. I think it's going to take a different route. If they are going to be released at all, if we're ever going to see this silhouette with this oversized tongue covering the laces, I don't think we're going to see it in all these colors. But I could totally be wrong. They could prove me wrong. Travis and Nike could now just be like, you know what? Let's release them. They've been revealed to the public because Luis leaked the images. So let's just release them to the public. And they could do it in this colorway. But I have my doubts because we've seen samples of previous Travis Scott Jordan shoes and they looked like this kind of sample with the colors and they never got released. So it kind of makes me think that these Air Forces here are just not going to be released in this specific colorway because of that reason. But again, I could be wrong. Hey, I don't work for Nike. I'm not good mates with Travis Scott, unfortunately, so I've got no inside details, but they're just my speculations on if we're actually going to get this pair or not. And yeah, I have my doubts. I don't think it's going to happen. But I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions, guys. What do you think of this shoe at all? Like, are you feeling it? Do you like it? Or do you think that oversized tongue covering the laces is a bit too much? I think I'd be more of a fan if it was detachable. I don't know if we ever even get a pair, if that will happen, if we will have a pair released to the public that will have a detachable oversized tongue. Don't know. Up to Nike and Travis Scott. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on this pair. Do you think it's going to get released? Do you like it? What would you change to make you like it? Let me know in that comment section below, guys. And that's all we've really got to cover about it, guys. That's it. A fan at a Travis Scott concert got a pair of unreleased Air Force Ones. We may or may not get them. Who knows? We'll have to see in the coming future. I mean, we're going to get the Jordan 6s. So if it was to release, it would probably be after the Jordan 6s. But 2019 has been a huge year for Travis Scott and Nike. I would say he's the leading frontrunner of Nike collaborations at the moment, to be honest. I think the most hyped collaborations of this year have been with Travis Scott. So honestly, props out to him. He's doing a really good job in the Nike and Jordan scene there. But that's all we got to say about them, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow all the descriptions in the description section below. Helps you keep up to date with everything that I'm posting, everything that I'm doing. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. And I'll catch you next time. See you later.